Hi, it's me, the Frugal Chef. I hope you're doing very, very well today. I want to make a stuffed pork tenderloin today. This recipe comes from my brother, Billy. He is a chef in Las Vegas. He goes by William. But I'm his older sister, so I can call him Billy if I want to. Anyway, it's a great, great recipe. Thank you. Thank you so much, Billy. I love you, man. Let's make this. We're going to make a syrup with half a cup of sugar and half a cup of water in this small pan. I am just going to stir until the sugar dissolves. Once it's dissolved, we're going to let this simmer until it thickens. Alright, now that this is thickened, I'm going to turn off the heat and I'm going to add half a cup of apricot marmalade to this. We're just going to set this aside. I have a cup of dried apricots and a cup of walnuts in my food processor. I'm just going to pulse it. I'm going to add some port wine to this. Just going to, I don't know, eyeball it. I want it to hydrate. We don't want to turn this into a paste, but you know, just finely chop it. This is good. I'm heating some oil in this pan, as you can see. I'm going to add a finely chopped shallot to this. If you can't find a shallot, you can use just, you know, yellow or brown onion. We're just going to cook this until it's translucent, so, you know, a few minutes. I'm going to add 4 ounces of chopped shiitake mushrooms. You can use white button if you want. I'll give you grams for that in the recipe. It doesn't have to be exact. I'm adding a 1/3 cup of port wine. And we're going to let this cook until it reduces by quite a bit. Okay, now that this has reduced by about 2/3, I'm going to add another 1/3 cup of port wine. And now we're going to let this reduce to about half. Alright, now that this has reduced to 1/2, we're going to add a 1/3 cup of chicken stock. And now we're going to let that reduce by half. I'm not going to add any salt to this because my chicken stock already had salt. But taste it and see if you need to add some. But I am going to add some black pepper. I'm going to turn off the heat and add that syrup with the apricots. We're just going to set this sauce aside and we'll heat it when our meat is ready. So I am going to stuff 2 tenderloins. One is a little bigger than the other. I have a total of 2.5 pounds about. We're going to cut this in the middle. You need a sharp knife for this, but we don't want to cut all the way through. Cut here. Now we're going to place our tenderloin between 2 pieces of plastic wrap and we're going to pound it until it gets thinner. So now I'm going to put some salt and pepper on this side. Not much. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to wash my hands again. And I'm going to salt and pepper this side. I am now going to place that filling in the middle. I'm going to leave space on the edges here and a little bit at the ends. All right, this is going to be interesting with me behind the camera. You're going to roll this. I'm going to tuck this end in to prevent the filling from coming out. Same here. Okay, now I'm going to tie this lengthwise. It's not easy to work like this on the sideways. I'm going to trim off this excess twine, and I'm going to do the same thing with the other tenderloin I have. We are now going to brown these tenderloins. By the way, when you're browning meat, never try and tear it off when it's still stuck to the pan. It means it's still cooking. Once it's done, it will release itself, okay? We're going to brown this well on, all sides, in order to seal in the juices. I'm going to put them in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 200 centigrade, for about 20 minutes max, maybe even 15. Remember, these are tenderloins and they cook a lot faster than a pork loin. We will check them at 15. If the meat is at 145 degrees Fahrenheit, I will take them out. If not, I'll cook them for a little longer. 20 minutes and these are ready. I'm going to cover this pan and let these sit for about 15 minutes so all the juices will settle. And of course, they're going to continue cooking because it just came out of a very hot oven. So while our pork is settling, we are going to now heat our sauce. I'm going to let it just boil a little bit so it thickens. I'm going to remove the kitchen twine. This is perfect, guys. We like eating our pork a little bit pink. The meat was up to 147 when I took it out of the oven. Probably went up 3 degrees while it was covered. So perfectly safe. If you're not comfortable with that and you like it more cooked, well, then just leave it in the oven a little longer. Yes. Let's dig in. That meat is super tender. Wow. This is really, really, really good. The pork is cooked perfectly. It's tender, it's moist, it's great. That sauce is very complex with the wine and the broth and of course the marmalade. Obviously it's a sweet sauce. This is a Swedish dish. Not Swedish from Sweden, but Swedish, like sweet. Anyway, it's very, very, very good. Oh my goodness. I hope you give this a try. I think you're going to like it a lot. I really hope you liked this video, and if you did, and you give me a like and a comment and a share, that's going to be perfectly awesome. Thank you. If you haven't subbed, don't forget to sub. I'm going to have this recipe on the website waiting for you guys to come and print it whenever you want. In the meantime, eat well without going broke. I'm going to see you soon.